What is up, Finesse family? Hopefully everybody is having a great day today. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me make sure you guys can hear me well. And we're going to have a conversation today, guys. This is what you guys, the subscribers, requested topics to talk about. And we're going to get straight into today. As you guys can see, the big issue that's going on with the coach from the Boston Celtics. They're going to suspend him for a whole year, guys, and you're going to be shocked for the reason why. So we're going to have that discussion. We're going to talk about the different topics you guys sent me. You guys wanted to know about some upcoming issues with Tiffany Haddish and Tasha K. So we're going to just get into this stuff, right, guys? We're going to get into it. Once again, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you come on in and enjoy it here. We're the Finesse family here, and what Finesse stands for, which is an acronym, it stands for faithfully innovating to inspire, to be naturally effective, and to seek success every day. That is what we do here as a Finesse family. And what I do is I try to help you guys as far as when we look at topics and issues, we discuss the mindful mindset and the finesse mindset. And what that really is, guys, is focusing on seeing all perspectives of something instead of just seeing it as it is, to focus on why, more so why something is happening the way it is, right? So we're going to get into it, guys. I'm glad that you guys are here. I'm hoping that you guys have the conversations, we get into this topic, and we're going to get straight into it, guys. So let's get started. Alright, guys, so make sure you guys can hear. Alright, good, you guys can hear. Alright, guys, so basically what's been happening, once again, coming in, guys, sharing is caring. Make sure you are sharing this information. Make sure you are sharing this with a friend so we can have this conversation. There is a big backlash going on again, guys. This is backlash time this month, especially in Twitter and all around, especially in the sports world. So if you guys are sports fanatics, we got something for you today, definitely. So basically, I'm hoping I say his name right, the Boston Celtics coach, I think it's Ime Udoka. All right, so it says Stephen A. Smith is furious about with the Celtics for the handling of Udoka's scandal. All right, guys, so I'm going to kind of preface what I read, and then we'll get into discussion specifically. But I want you guys, the base question for this topic here is, do you think this is warranted? Do you think this is a good consequence for what happened, is what I want to know. So basically, in a nutshell, guys, what's happening is the coach of the Boston Celtics, his name is Ime Udoka. He is in this scandal, right? It says Stephen A. Smith has a problem with how the Celtics have been handling Udoka. I'm just going to say the Celtics Boston coach because I don't want to chop this and screw this guy's name up. Okay, so let me add that back so you guys can see. There we go. All right. Here we go. All right. So here's the background. It says Stephen A. Smith has a problem with how the Celtics are handling the Celtics coach, Udoka. Says the Boston head coach is facing a suspension that could be, now this is alleged, he's facing a suspension that could be as long as a full season. So this is a whole year, guys. He's getting suspended for a whole year. And wait till I tell you the reason why is really going to shock you. So let me get into it, right? It says the Boston head coach is facing a suspension that could be as long as a full season year. All right. It says he was implicated in having a consensual affair with a team employee. Now, this, guys, is a violation of the organization's guidelines. That's why this is so serious, especially on his part. And it says Smith took aim at the Celtics for releasing this information to reporters and included race in his commentary. So the big issue with a lot of people, especially Stephen A. Smith, if you don't know who he is, you see him right there. He is saying that if this happened anywhere else, apparently, allegedly, nobody would know about it. But since this guy is minority, they're gonna just plaster this, because he's saying basically that the Celtics released it. So I'm gonna try to break down what I found. Okay, it sounds okay. Let me see. Hi guys, how do I sound? Let's do a sound check. While I'm doing a sound check, make sure you are hitting that like button. Make sure you're sharing. Bring in 2 friends right now. Bring them to here so we can have this discussion. Go ahead and hit the like button and share while I make sure you guys hear me well. So let me know. All right, guys. So he says, I got news for you, America. There are plenty of folks that are doing this thing. So I'm going to just let you guys hear it. Let me let you guys hear it and we'll get into it. He says, also, Stephen Smith, nonetheless, he berated the Celtics organization, saying, you can't count the amount of fraternization and I dare say what goes on in these different leagues, and end quote. He also says, Smith ripped the idea of a suspension, saying that Udoka shouldn't have been fired or retained and nothing in between. So he's basically saying he shouldn't be fired, he shouldn't be suspended. This has nothing to do with it. And let me make sure you guys can see. His name sounds familiar, guys. Let me see if I can get him up. He is actually Nia Long's husband, right? The actress Nia Long has been in all the movies that you guys love to watch. It is her husband, right? And I believe they have 2 children together. So let me get this up for you guys and then we'll kind of break this down. And I definitely want to see if you guys agree or disagree with this. Also, guys, if you would like to support the channel and support the Millennial Finesse family here, guys, we have merch. Right here is one of the shirts. One of the other shirts, it's Faithfully Inspire, Innovate, Be Naturally Effective, and Seek Success every day. Millennial Finesse Mindset, right? So once again, if you want merch, it's there, link in the description, and also you can see the link in chat. So here we go, guys. Let me get this up so you guys can see, and let me know. This is a question for this topic. Do you guys agree or disagree that this man should have been suspended, or allegedly, for the alleged affair, we'll say, because he is going to be suspended, but it's for an alleged affair. Do you agree or disagree, and why? So here's Stephen A. Smith. Let's get this out so you guys can see. All right, here we go.
Ain't that being done to a brother? Because I got news for you, America. There's plenty of white folks in professional sports that's doing their thing. And I say that not complimentary. I don't see the information out about them. Why are we talking about this now? We got to talk about it because it's the news. Ain't none of our damn business unless you fire him. But if you keep him, it's none of our business. It should have never been put out there by the Celtics organization. And don't tell me you didn't do it, because you absolutely did it, because news reporters got it. So it emanated out of Boston. Somebody ain't in LA or Utah or something leaking this stuff about the Boston Celtics.
Right.
This is on y'all. You shouldn't have been out here. That's what I have to say.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh. This mute button is just ridiculous. Yeah, sorry guys. I keep it on mute when the video plays. So, once again, guys, let me go back. All right, so basically it says Stephen A. Smith blames race for the Ime Udoka scandal. It says Boston Celtics head coach Ime Udoka is currently embroiled in a scandal for having a consensual relationship with a team member employee. It says the coach now faces a possible full season suspension by the team, and at least one prominent NBA figure, which is Stephen A. Smith, said this is a racial component, right? If you're just coming in, thank you for being here, and shout out to the chat for letting me know. Guys, once again, let me sidebar this. I don't mind messing up, making mistakes. Well, it's not even me sometimes, it's the technology. On here, because I want you guys to see that I'm natural, I'm human, right? I'm effective, which means in the finesse title, which means instead of me just or turning the stream off or getting frustrated, no, okay? Sometimes there's technical issues, sometimes there's things happening. So when we're up here doing these streams and stuff and you guys see things are happening, I appreciate you guys letting us know stuff in the chat. But understand, I have no issue with having technical issues and or things that happen. I'm still gonna be up here, and guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep smiling like I always do. Because guess what? I can't control it. So why should I get mad about the things I can't control in life? I shall not. All right, guys. So shout out to Melissa Jane. She says, greeting fam. Thank you for being here. We got Javita, Miss Javita Webster, our member of the day, our subscriber of the day from last stream. So shout out to you, Javita. Thank you for coming back, blessing the stage here. Let's see. We got Miss Ine. Hey, Ine. She's always, everybody here is always supporting you guys. Always show up. You guys are always, make sure you're sharing. I know a lot of you do share, but let's bring a group in. Let's have family here. This is the Finesse family. So it's not just us in our own echo chamber. I like to hear all perspectives and opinions, because guess what, you guys know? As we get different perspectives in, this really helps the collective, because it's not just one echo chamber talking, right? We have to hear differenting opinions, differences of opinions, because it helps us collectively being able to understand, evolve, and especially when we're dealing with mindset conversations here, like you guys already know, especially the Finesse family has been here since day one. My background is psychology and criminal justice, and I've been an educator for almost a decade, well, more than a decade, obviously, but I like to use those things from my profession and the things I've done in my career, and I like to help especially analyze these things so we can focus on mindset issues, the why of why this is happening. And I'm really looking at this situation. Let me know in the chat how you're feeling about this, Finesse fam, because we know that these people are always doing something scandalous, especially big figures. And so the simple fact is, should there be a question about this man, whatever he did in the dark is coming to light, but should it been something that is projected that everybody knows? Do you think that the Celtics organization should have just kept this in-house, and whatever he did, kept that quiet, but still do whatever consequences they feel they need to do? What do you guys think? Let's see who else is here. So shout out to Renee. Hopefully you're having a great day today. Shout out to Dojo of Manhood. Man, I hope you guys are doing well. We got a lot of the starter Finesse fam, the original day one Finesse fam in the building. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for your support, and thank you for always being a part of the conversation, guys. We want to have a deep conversation about this, so I want you guys to think about it, speculate on it, and let me know, do you agree or disagree with this? I'll try to give you guys a little bit more background to this. Those of you just coming in, I will replay that clip so you guys can see what Stephen A. Smith is so frustrated about is on this scandal. So once again, this is the Boston Celtics head coach. Let me get his picture up so you guys can see. And guys, this is, if you didn't know, this Nia Long's actual husband. Okay, so let me get this next article up so you guys can see. Once again, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up as you come in. Hit the thumbs up and make sure that you are sharing. caring. All right, so let me get this up so you guys can see. All right. Okay, so here we go. Nia Long speaks out amid fiance Udoka's alleged affair suspension from the Celtics. All right, so there's Nia, just in case you did not know who she was or what she looked like. If you're just coming in, that we are talking about one of the topics you guys said to me. We're talking about the rationality and if we agree or disagree to what is happening to this head coach. That is him. He is the head coach of the Boston Celtics. He is Nia Long's fiance, and he has, I believe they have 2 children together, and it is alleged that he had an affair with one of the staff members, and apparently in Boston Celtics policy, that is a violation. And he is looking at being suspended for at the least a year, allegedly, for having this violation. And I want to know what you guys feel about this. And do you agree with what Stephen A. Smith is saying? Let's see. Here we go. Here's another video. Celtics coach faces suspension after alleged affair with the staffer. It says he is the head coach of the Celtics and he has a possible suspension coming up after he allegedly had a consensual intimate relationship with a woman on the team staff. This is what ESPN reports. Says sources told ESPN that the engaged head coach alleged affair is considered a violation of the team guidelines. And he has been in a relationship with his fiance, Nia Long, since 2010. They basically are married. They've been together a long time. The two share a 10-year-old son, and it confirmed their engagement in 2015. So they've been engaged for almost 10 years. ESPN reports that the team is discussing a possible suspension for the entire season. But sources say it's unlikely that his position is permanently in jeopardy. He joined the Celtics in 2021 as a head coach and led the team to the 2022 NBA Finals in his first year. Wow, that's good. He was set to be his second season with the Celtics. All right, so that's that. All right, so it says Nia Long is prioritizing her family, and I bet, guys, if you think about this seriously, like that's a lot of strain and stress on her. That is a lot of stress, right, for her to go through. And once again, that's just horrible because they got a little son too. And it's all alleged. Nothing is finalized there. There's a woman's name that's going around. But once again, there were some other statements that said this woman had nothing to do with it recently. I think it was just released probably about an hour or so ago. So it says a statement in People says Nia Long addressed the outpouring of love and support from family and friends and the community. Let's switch the scene around. There we go. All right. It says a statement to People, Nia Long addressed the outpouring of love and support from family and friends in the community during this difficult time following these rumors of his alleged affair. Nia Long is prioritizing her family. It says the Fatal Affair actress issued a statement exclusively to People magazine. Since her fiance, once again, this is her fiance, was suspended for his role as head coach of the Boston Celtics following an alleged affair, with a female staffer. She says, and I quote, she says, the outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and community during this difficult time means so much to me. Nia Long says, I ask that my privacy be respected as I process these recent events. She also says, I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I am a mother and I will continue to focus on my children. Now, Nia Long, she is 51. And he is 45, have been engaged since 2015. That's a long time. Do you guys think that's too long to be engaged? 10 years? Yes or no in the chat. Is 10 years too long to be engaged? Put a yes, put a no, or wire in. Is 10 years too long to be engaged, Finesse family? Let me know. They've been together, I guess, Wow, they've been together a long time though. Says she's 51, he's 45, have been engaged since 2015. They welcome a son together in 2011. Long has another son, and he's 21. Oh, okay, because I seen the picture. So Long's older son is not his, but this younger son is his. Okay. From a previous relationship with actor Massa Dorsey, because once again, like I said, I didn't even know Nia Long. Honestly, guys, I didn't know she was married. Did you know? Because I didn't know. But yeah, wow, they've been together a long time. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hey, we got Big Ben in the building. Hey, Big Ben, a supporter, and always here rocking, and on the other channel, the education channel, so on support. So shout out to you, Big Ben. Hopefully you're having a great day. Let's see. Hey, the real Erica. Hopefully you're having a great day today. So good seeing you guys. You guys are like friends and family. I always appreciate you guys coming on in, showing support, hitting that like button, sharing, because sharing is caring. So shout out to you guys and Miss Erica, who is also an educator. So shout out to her. Let's see what Miss Erica is saying. She says they are engaged, not married, right? Yep, they're engaged. But might as well say they're married over 10 years. Come on now. Isn't that common law in some states or something like that? Anyways, let's see. Yeah, so I misspoke that. They are engaged. They're not married yet, but they've been engaged for 10 years. So, all right, it says they've been engaged for 1 million years. This shouldn't not be public, but they are public figures. Yeah, and that's the big thing. And I'll play the clip again. That's the big issue that Stephen A. Smith is saying, because he's saying that this is only big because this is a minority person, a black man, and he has a high stature, and he works for one of the legendary NBA league teams. So maybe like they're trying to make a point out of him, or trying to prop him up so he can be used as kind of like the person that they want to shoot the daggers at. I don't know. Let's see what you guys are saying. Big Ben says 1 million years. Hey BTB, hopefully you're having a great day. He says salute. Okay, Dojo says she doesn't want to be married. And you know what, Dojo, that's why I always assumed she wasn't married, because I've heard her say that a lot of times about the marriage thing. Okay, so cool. Let's see. Dojo says, in general, I say 1 month is too long to be engaged. All right, we got a man saying 1 month is too long to be engaged. It's too long. All right, so let's break down what she's saying, and I'll get back to you guys answering, is it too long, yes or no? So I'm gonna keep that up so I can focus on that question. It says, on Tuesday, the Boston Celtics issued a statement on Udoka's immediate suspension from the team. At the time, they said Udoka had violated team policies and noted his future with the team will be evaluated. Hey, guess what, guys? Policy is policy. And I told you guys last time, like when we talked about the WNBA player that went overseas and she had the hashish or whatever in her suitcase, but in that country's laws and rules, you can't have it. So we have to be cognizant of what's going on as far as rules, even if we don't agree with them or we don't feel like they're just and right, especially when you're going somewhere or you're in somebody else's house or in their proximity. You got to do what they say, right? Let's see. She says shortly before the Celtics statement went live, ESPN reported that he had a, quote, role in an intimate relationship with a female member of the franchise's staff. I wonder why they were so quick to report that, though, guys. Like, why did they even want to, like, whatever, you know, people love just kind of blasting people's reputation. And so it says, people later confirmed the allegations. It says Udoka gave a statement. So he gave a statement to ESPN, Malika Andrews, on the alleged relationship. He says, I want to apologize to our players, our fans, the entire Celtics organization, and my family for letting them down. He said, and I quote, this is what the coach said. He says, I'm sorry for putting the team in this difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision. All right. His message concluded, out of respect for everyone involved, I have no further statement. And he's been the coach since 2021. So he just got there, guys. He just got there. And that's Nia Long's statement. That's her. Let's see what you guys are saying. So my question that I asked, so if you're coming in, make sure you hit the like button. My question I asked you guys is, 10 years too long to be engaged? Yes or no? And Dojo says, he said 1 month is too long to be engaged. All right. BTB says, as long as they get married, it doesn't matter. Miss the real Erica says, yes, 10 years is too long to be engaged. All right, we got Wally here peeping in. Okay, Dojo of Manhood says you can go to the courthouse and get married at any moment. The wedding ceremony can be at a later date. That's facts, Dojo. And I think, like I said, you guys know, especially Finesse family has been here for a minute. I always say that, like, a lot of people, and this is mostly to the women, they're looking at the wedding instead of the marriage. They want to be seen. They want to have all these guests there. They want to spend all this money. And then for what? Like, it's a day. Now, I get it if you've been together 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And you're blowing the bank for it because you want to appreciate the love that you consistently stayed in and had. You didn't divorce. But the fact that it obviously is a move on looking at oneself. Like, it's more of, I want to be seen. It's really kind of a selfish thing. And I'm not saying getting married and having a big wedding is selfish, but really the idea of a lot of women wanting the wedding and not wanting to be married for the long haul. The whole thing of, look at me, look at these pictures, look at this arm candy I have, this man that I have, but not really like, can I keep this man? Can we stay together? Will I still want them when their looks leave? Like, that's a whole nother topic and a whole nother live stream. But yeah, I see the narcissism of it all with a lot of people that want to get married, because you see how long they last. And you see the reasons that they got married were very vain because it doesn't last. Or maybe you could honestly be tricked. Sometimes people trick you. You'll see the representative until you get married. All right, so Doja says you can go to the courthouse and get married at any moment. The wedding ceremony can be at a later date, but getting married should be done within 2 weeks of proposal. Okay, Dojo says he's quick in getting at it. He says 2 weeks of proposal, you should be getting married. All right, let's see. Let me know, because we got men and women in the chat. So let me know your perspective on that, guys. If 10 years is too long, how long should it be? Or if 10 years is too short, like, let me know. So we can eclectically get an idea of what everybody kind of feels about this topic. Let's see. Wally says, yes, Wally, you heard me. They were engaged for 10 years. You just getting in. So Wally, let me kind of break down what is going on. Let me get that video back up so you can see it. So basically, guys, we are talking about what's going on. And if you didn't know, this is Nia Long's, I'm gonna keep saying husband, guys, because you guys know, even if she's not married to him, she really kind of is, by standards of her having a kid with him and being with him for so long, and she's committed to him. So if I slip and say husband, you've been told already, they're engaged. But I will probably slip up and say husband a couple of times, not on purpose. It's just they've been together so long that that's what it seems like to me. All right, so once again, if you're just coming in, we're talking about this backlash, and one of the prominent members in sports talk in the league, he's standing up for the Celtics coach, Udoka. So basically it says Stephen A. Smith blames race for the Udoka scandal. Boston Celtics head coach Ime Udoka is currently embroiled in a scandal after having a consensual alleged relationship with a team employee. The coach now faces a possible full season suspension for the team. So that was my question to you guys. Is being suspended for the whole season, is that a just consequence for what he did? And it says, and at least one, so this is Stephen A. So let me show you guys this one again. Here we go. All right, guys. So this is, once again, this is Stephen A. Smith, and he's speaking on Udoka facing discipline for a relationship with the staff, and this is his perspective, and it's been trending because he is not for this, right? So here we go.
Ain't that being done to a brother? Because I got news for you, America. There's plenty of white folks in professional sports that's doing their thing. And I say that not complimentary. I don't see the information out about them. Why are we talking about this now? We got to talk about it because it's the news. Ain't none of our damn business unless you fire him. But if you keep him, it's none of our business. It should have never been put out there by the Celtics organization. And don't tell me you didn't do it, because you absolutely did it, because news reporters got it. So it emanated out of Boston. Somebody ain't in LA or Utah or something leaking this stuff about the Boston Celtics.
Right.
This is on y'all. You shouldn't have been out here. That's what I have to say.
All right. So once again, if you're just getting in, that was a clip that kind of started all this. The conversation.
Ain't that being done to a...
The conversation basically, once again, on is this just or not? Is he getting the equivalent for what he did or committed wrong? And is this something that is equal to what he did? The alleged situation, right? So it says after news broke, it says the Celtics coach Udoka is facing a year suspension from this consensual alleged relationship with a Celtics employee. And it says all the sports shows talking heads chimed in on yesterday morning about it. And then it says Stephen A. Smith opinion about it was he went on a rant. That's what they were saying. All right, so let's see what some other people were saying about that. It says the story is just beginning, and a black head coach facing an unprecedented. So this is unprecedented. That's why it's such a big thing, right? I've never heard of it, and I'm not a sports super enthusiast, but I like watching sports. I watch sports with my husband, but I've never heard of anything like this. So it says this story is just beginning, and with a black head coach facing an unprecedented suspension for something non-basketball related is the key thing. So let's work on specific facts here, right? Because what we do, Finesse fam, we not sitting here just salaciously talking and gossiping. We're looking at facts, we're looking at specifics and data, and we're pondering on the mindset, why people do what they do, understanding what they do, specifically the reasons to the good and the bad to what they do, and then getting understanding once we have the discussions and we talk amongst ourselves about it to see why, and then get understanding, right? So once again, it says this story is just beginning, and with a black head coach facing unprecedented suspension for something non-basketball related. That's where the rant is coming from with Stephen A. Smith and many people. But once again, this is unbasketball related. For the suspension, questions of race are going to come up, and that's especially true because it's happening in a city like Boston that has a complicated history with black athletes. So, anybody in here from Boston? Anybody in here from Boston? Says how news of the Boston Celtics scandal broke. So this is how it broke. It says late at night on the East Coast on Wednesday, ESPN's Adrian broke the news that the Boston Celtics head coach Udoka made an unspecified violation against organizational guidelines and faced a possible significant suspension. I bet they couldn't wait to get this up. Right here's the guy, Adrian, I can't say his last name, W. Right, so that was the post he tweeted here. Breaking news, he says. And then it says the story grew from where Woe continued to report more details. In his next tweet, the reporter revealed that Udoka's job isn't believed to be in jeopardy, but a suspension is looming. It says around 10 a.m. Eastern time, Woe, which is the guy, the reporter, Adrian, he revealed that we currently know as the full story. He says the Woe bomb here was Boston Celtics coach Udoka is, and this is him talking, and I quote, Boston Celtics coach Udoka is likely facing a suspension for the entire 2022-23 season for his role in consensual relationship with a female staffer. Sources tell ESPN. So that's his tweet right there. Then he shared his story with SportsCenter discussing how, and I quote, in recent days, this is what he said, Celtics executive Brad Stevens found out about the improper relationship. So he's got all the inside dish on this stuff. I'm wondering who his connect is and his resource, because he's getting play-by-plays very quickly. He says in recent days, Celtics executive Brad Stevens found out about the improper relationship with a female member of the organization. It says Woe also says that this relationship involving Udoka, who is engaged and has one child with actor Nia Long, has led to, and I quote, a breakdown in trust, in judgment, in Udoka's leadership that led to this predicted, quote, unprecedented penalty. Did you guys hear the reasoning? Let's see what you guys are saying. All right. So Wally said, well, who was holding out as far as the 10 years? And Ben says, Nia, from my understanding. Doja says, in my opinion, offering an engagement with a year-long wait is just to buy a man time and get her to shut up. He says, it doesn't make sense pushing the marriage out months away. The paperwork is mandatory. Doja says the wedding is just for show. You not married until the paperwork is complete. Yeah, that's facts. It doesn't really mean anything until you actually file the paperwork. Because a lot of people do the show of getting married, especially I'm noticing a lot of famous people do that. They do the show of getting married, but then they don't file the paperwork, so then the marriage is really in question because they haven't even filed the paperwork yet. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Erica says, I was engaged for 9 months. An engineer should be no more than a year with marriage counseling. Yeah, and that's a good point, Erica. If you're going like to counseling, or you're doing something where you are working for the best benefit of the marriage, so you're taking time because it's something consensual and you guys are both maybe working on yourself or working on something that is going to improve the marriage, of course, by all means, take your time, because nobody can tell you as a couple who are becoming one what you should and shouldn't do. But like Doja was saying, if one person is kind of manipulating it, or you're just doing something to get the other person to be quiet, you're not really being authentic. And then in the end, it's going to be you not being true to yourself. And it can harm the relationship and the marriage. Wally says that's facts there. Doja says, I think the bigger issue is he was doing this with a subordinate. Yeah. I mean, and let me read what the Celtics said. Okay, so this it says it's around 10 a.m. Woe, which is the journalist or whatever, he said he revealed that we currently know the full story. He says that, quote, Boston Celtics coach is likely facing a suspension for his role in a consensual relationship with a female staffer. And then this was the thing right here. It says, this is the quote he was saying that the Celtics said. Quote, a breakdown in trust and judgment in Udoka's leadership. So the Celtics are looking at, since he did this, they have a break in trust with him. They have a break in the judgment. They don't feel like his judgment is good, and his leadership. And they said this led to this predicted unprecedented penalty. Predicted unprecedented. And that's the key of this conversation. We're having this mindset talk because it's unprecedented, because it is something on a normal basis most people would not even bat an eye about. So let's look at the aspect of this and the mindset of the why of this all. Did the Celtics need to even bring this up? Couldn't they just have punished him without leaking specifically what this was? And once again, the relationship is all alleged, guys. The relationship is alleged. So once again, make sure you guys, we're having this conversation. You guys are excellent in this chat, going back and forth. Make sure you bring a friend, bring 3. Let's get into this, because I definitely want to know what you guys feel and your perspective about this conversation. We're having great conversations here about marriage. You guys were talking about how long marriage should be. Everybody's giving their perspectives. They're giving their perception in comparative to those of us that are married and those that aren't, and what we feel is long and what's not. And then when you really listen to people, guys, you will eclectically see that a lot of people's perspectives are different, and then the reasoning why is more so from environment and experience, right? So it's hard to say a certain way or standard unless you've been in a certain experience. But just in general, if you know what you want and you know you are feeling that same level with that other person and it's a pure level, a lot of people know. They know, like, this is who I want to be with. I see the seeds, I see signs, I see the fruit of this person. And those are the people that normally have been married 20, 30, 40 years because they know. Just like Doja was saying. Ine, she says, Mrs. B Finesse, it is perhaps more about who he slept with. If she reported to him, isn't that policy kind of standard for some companies? Thank you, Ine. Yes. And I think, like I said, this is why it's like we're analyzing this. This is like a class here, guys. We're breaking this down as far as educating you and analyzing the reason to why things are happening and mindsets instead of just speculating and talking. Now, most people do know, just like Ine said, a lot of companies, especially, and I believe that was either Wally or Doja that spoke on this, about the subordinate and then the person who is working that's just a superior, right? You can't have those type of relationships. I don't think any company allows that at all, because there's a conflict of interest, obviously, right? Because you're going to prefer that person over everybody else. All right, so let's get into, okay, so Ine says, if she reported him, isn't that policy kind of standard for companies? I have to concur with you, Ine. I believe it definitely is. Once again, guys, go ahead if you'd like to the store, the merch store on the YouTube channel and on the millennialfinessemindset.com website. The store there, and the store is here on the YouTube channel. Let's see. Erica says, oh, she's saying hi to Ine. Let's see. Doja says there have been situations at law firms where a big partner was caught messing with a secretary or junior associate. The firm always keeps the partner, pay out a crazy settlement, and are pissed. Yeah, I mean, and a lot of times, guys, what people would do, they brush this stuff under the rug. They don't talk about it a lot. They'll like, Dojo said there's a payoff, or there's something that's going down where we're not going to talk about it. Let me just kind of brush this under the rug. Let me just pay somebody and just be done with this. Totally be done with it, right? So, all right. Let me see. Dojo says the issue is that a superior and a subordinate, yep, like I said, is one of the worst employment lawsuits a business can face. The business like, hey, Titanium, hopefully you're having a great day. I miss seeing you here, Titanium, but glad you are here. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe and support. Once again, bring a friend, bring two. We having this conversation, especially for my sports heads. I know you guys are going to love this topic because we're talking about the NBA. We're talking about the coach of the Boston Celtics. Did not even know he was married, or I'm sorry, I keep saying married. He is engaged, might as well be married for 10 years plus. She is engaged to Nia Long. Now, you guys know the beautiful Nia Long. I don't know if her picture's on this one. It might be on the other screen. I'll bring Nia Long up. But you guys know her. She's been on every movie. Been in almost every movie. She looks ageless. But yes, he is engaged to Nia Long. Been with her a decade or plus, right? The head coach of the Boston Celtics. And we're having this discussion on the ideal of him. And they said it, this is specifically the Celtics said, and I quote, unprecedented penalty. Unprecedented penalty. So basically what happened, if you're just coming in, the Boston Celtics head coach, he is, right now it says he is facing possible disciplinary action, including a significant suspension, and they're saying allegedly it could be the 2022-2023 season, the whole year, for an unspecified violation of organizational guidelines. And we come to find out that it is because his relationship with an employee, right? All right. We got Poppy. Hey, Poppy, hopefully you're having a great day today. We got all the day ones in the building. Shout out to you guys. Poppy saying, yo. Okay, Titanium says, some companies have fraternization policies which could have been violated. And I think, Titanium, thank you for that comment. I think every company has that. Because that to me sounds like a legal issue, and that sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. And if you don't have that in order, my lawyers in the chat, or those of you maybe that are paralegals and you know about this, you can chime in on that. But to me, it would be unwise to not have a policy like that set in place, because there would be so much nepotism going on. There would be so much a subordinate having like these relationships with so many different people in the organization, and it would just not be something that would be morally just. And the moralness could mess up really the money and the commitment to the standards of that company. Right. Let's see. Everybody's saying, what's up? Let's see. All right, so let me get back into this. Let me get this up so you guys can see. Once again, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit it up. I will drop the link in a second, so you guys can come up if you want to talk about this. I know my sports buffs are gonna love this conversation, so I will drop the link once I finish this, and we can come up and talk about it too, guys. Let's see. All right, so it says the story grew from whoa, this is this guy right here, Adrian. I'm not gonna say his last name. Oh, we already read that part. My bad. Okay, so here we go. So once again, if you're just getting in, we're talking about this. It's Adrian Woe guy. He's a journalist, and he's the one that broke this news last night, and it started really trending yesterday morning. The story on SportsCenter discussing how in recent days, the Celtics executive Brad Stevens found out about the improper relationship, quote, with a female member of the organization. And Woe, which is this journalist, he says that the relationship involving Udoka, who is engaged and has one child with actor Nia Long, led to a breakdown in trust, and I quote, in judgment, in the leadership, and led to the predicted, quote, unprecedented penalty. So let me play this clip for you guys so you can get more information on it. Here we go.
Potentially unprecedented punishment for an NBA head coach. As we bring in Woj now here live on SportsCenter, what more can you share with us about what led to today's events, Woj?
Okay, so this is a guy. I guess and some of you sports buffs know, they call him Woj instead his name is like Wojorski or something like that. So this is him talking, and he's talking about, he's the one that broke this news on Twitter yesterday. Somehow he had all the insights and all the he had all the scoop, guys, and he says he's the one that broke the story about what happened and gave the play-by-play, so people knew what happened with this this black head coach of the Boston Celtics. So here he is. This is the journalist.
In recent days, I'm told that Celtics president Brad Stevens became aware of this improper relationship, as it's being termed, within his organization between Ime Udoka and another female member of the organization. And there have been a lot of discussions here in the last days getting to where the Celtics are tonight, which is, I think, perhaps within an hour or two, but certainly this evening. And Boston's going to announce, I'm told, that Ime Udoka will be suspended for the entire 2022-2023 season. And essentially, Boston just, as an organization, ownership, management, decided that there was just a breakdown in trust, in judgment, in Udoka's leadership that has caused a penalty that is as severe as any, I think, not only coach but team executive has gotten in certainly recent memory in the NBA. This is a jarring day. This has been a jarring few days for a Celtic organization that believed that Ime Udoka was going to be the coach that was going to lead them for years to come, who got them to the NBA Finals in his first season. And now he may not coach again for the Celtics for at least a full year.
Ay, Dios míos. A whole year.
Potentially unprecedented.
A whole year. Let's see what you guys are saying. see. It says reporting on the imminent season-long suspension for the Celtics coach on SportsCenter with this is Elaine Duncan, ESPN. This is a developing story. More about the exact details of the suspension will come out soon, as will statements and interviews directly with Stevens and the Celtics, as well as Udoka at some point. Now, if you guys just came in, once again, I did let you guys know what Nia Long said. She actually came out and made a statement here before I forget. There's a link. Okay. So, and Nia Long basically said, guys, let me get up in the report. It says that she says, and I quote, the outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me, Nia Long said to People magazine. She says, I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I am a mother, and I will continue to focus on my children. Once again, Nia Long is 51, guys, and Udoka, he's 45, and they've been engaged since 2015. So let me get that up so you guys can see. Yeah, they've been engaged for a long time. So once again, if you didn't know, this is the beautiful Miss Nia Long. She's been in a lot of TV, movies, and commercials, all kind of things. All right. So once again, that is the update on that, guys. A play-by-play on that. He's been the coach since 2022. And once again, it says, and this is his statement. Udoka gave a statement to ESPN's Malika Andrews on the alleged relationship, and this is what he said, and I quote, this is the Boston Celtics head coach. He says, I want to apologize to our players, to the fans, to the entire Celtics organization, and my family for letting them down. He said, I'm sorry for putting the team in a difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision. All right. So that is that story. Interesting perceptions that you guys have on that. Very, very interesting. So let's talk about your girl real quick. Let's talk about your girl, guys. Have you guys heard this Tasha K thing, how she's fled over to the motherland and she is just making moves over there? Let me know in the chat if you've heard the update about the Tasha K story. So allegedly, no, it wouldn't be alleged. Cardi B is. She is filing to get her money. The last report that I read was that Cardi B wanted, she is filing a claim with, I believe it was, what is it called? Bank of America, to seize Tasha K's assets. Because if you didn't know, she owes roughly about $3 million still to Cardi B, guys. All right, so listen. This is your YouTuber, right? YouTuber Tasha K reportedly moves to Africa amid failure to pay Cardi B $4 million. So when I seen this clip, I think a couple days ago. And I've seen a couple things over the past couple weeks about, Tasha K making these little sidebar statements about she ain't getting that money, I ain't got it. There was reports saying that she sold, and so those of you that are in the Atlanta area, let me know that she sold her house, or she's renting her house. It was in Atlanta, and then people were saying she moved to Florida, and now this says YouTuber Tasha K reportedly moves to Africa amid failure to pay Cardi B $4 million judgment, and this is her. Says a 39-year-old vlogger even posted a video to taunt the Bronx rapper. And see, this is my thing. Okay, so if you are in Africa and you living your best life or whatever you're doing, just live it and enjoy it. I wouldn't be trying to tell people anything. I wouldn't be talking to anybody. I could care less about you. I'm enjoying myself and quote unquote living my supposed best life. What do I need to tell you guys that for? What do I got to tell you guys about my best? And see, this is how you really can know a person, guys, when they're talking. See their actions. So listen, if I'm living my best life, you probably won't know about it because I'm living it. I'm not going to sit and post it every 3 seconds. I'm not going to tell you every 2 seconds what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it and living it. What do I have to talk about it for? And this is this is kind of the thing, like I said, that kind of set her up from the beginning. because you just kind of got to be chill. Just enjoy your family life. We don't need to know about it. Like, just enjoy yourself, or I guess what you have left until they seize everything. But let me break it down so you guys can hear the full story. It says YouTuber Tasha KB appeared to have skipped town without selling a $4 million debt with rapper Cardi B. So she's just not out of the city, out of the state of Georgia. She's in a whole nother continent. You heard me, continent. That's what I said. It says an unwind hostess reportedly packed up and moved to Africa, according to an Instagram post from September 14th. It says, sharing a photo of her nemesis Cardi B and herself standing with a glass of wine. The caption read, "Welp, hashtag YouTube video up in 5 minutes since your fave keeps begging." This is Tasha K talking, okay? So I guess she posted this to Cardi B. She says, "Welp, since your fave keeps begging for these little coins," I guess she's talking about Cardi, "ask her how she wants the 4 million. In Ghani francs or in Ugandan shillings." My goodness. And I guess this is her post right here, guys. All right, let's see. All right. Oh, Big Ben, thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Okay, we're back at the, let me get this story up. You guys are back to, we'll come back to the Tasha K thing. Let me get that screen back up so everybody knows what we're talking about. All right, so Big Ben says Stephen A is correct. He gets a lot of criticism for going in on black public figures more than the white ones. So he has to speak on anti-black racial bias every once in a while. So I agree on this one. Yes, that is true, Big Ben. He is known for that. He gets a lot of slack from people because of the fact they say that he is always hammering in. What was that stream we talked about? Who was I forget which athlete. You guys let me know, who was the last athlete he went really in on and social media just kind of dumped back on him? Who was it? It wasn't Kwame, was it? It was somebody. It was some big person he went in on, and everybody kind of got mad about it. Kyrie, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that. Kyrie Irving, yes. So yes, I concur with you, Ben. Stephen A, he's saying he's correct, and he says he gets a lot of criticism because he's always going against the black athletes. And Big Ben is saying, well, basically, he needs to speak on anti-black racial bias every once in a while. So you agree with him? Yeah, I see that. And also too, like we discussed, the Finesse fan, we kind of been in and out of it, but we've been discussing that policies are policies, and every company has these rules and regulations, and I can't even recall one that wouldn't. As far as legally, I wouldn't want to do that, but there is a policy set up so there is not that subordinate overturn or over a subordinate cannot use somebody that is a higher up cannot use somebody that's lower than them, which is a subordinate, right? So yes, that is totally true, right? Let me show that back. All right, so once again, here we go. It's saying, this is her. Now she put this on, I guess Twitter. Is this Twitter or is this Instagram? She says she's begging for the money. And last I heard, I thought that when this first started, Cardi B actually called her specifically and let her know, listen, I don't really want to sue you. I'm trying to amicably end this. And to me, I'm just the vanity of it all. If you live in your best life, go ahead and live it. I'm not about to get on here and keep talking to y'all about it, especially that I have a court case that has already been settled, and I still owe a whole bunch of money. You think I'm not gonna get some wisdom and say, you know what, let me just be quiet because I can't, this is more money than I know I have, and I can't afford this. So, but you're still going to keep going in, or maybe she does have the money. You don't know where she stashed the money. Maybe she has it and she just don't want to give it away. Who knows? But guess what? Wisdom would tell me I'm not about to get on here telling you nothing. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna be MIA over there, and I'm gonna be chilling. All right, I'm not gonna keep antagonizing. And it says the YouTuber appeared to taunt Cardi with another post from the United Arab Emirates before hitting her final destination in Africa. And this is her right here. She said, "Looking like 4 million dharma," she wrote in a donned in a Shyla. This is her right here. And all she's gonna do is sit down. I would click on it, but she's just gonna sit down. Yeah, and that's why, and this is why we talk about it, guys. We're not here just kind of doing the salaciousness of it. We're really breaking down and analyzing this, and I'm trying to educate you guys on mindsets and why people do what they do. And then sometimes the aspect of, sometimes you gotta brush your shoulders at people and just understand that the level of their rationality, of the narcissism, of why they do what they do, and the understanding is the key thing, because a lot of people don't have understanding. They know things, but to understand is more cognitive, and it's more critically thinking instead of just doing what I feel emotionally. And this is what we do a lot of times. We respond emotionally. We say things emotionally. We criticize, and we jump down other people's throats emotionally, and we really are not trying to get understanding. And seem like me, if you got a judgment, that's a lot of understanding right there, because that's affecting you, your husband, and your children. And basically, guys, she said in this post that her kids is in private school. Where's that post? I seen that. And September 13th, she was born in, basically she said she was born in Florida. She stunted on the gram from Morocco. So this is her in Morocco, appearing to tease her followers with her new life. She says, and this is what she says, and I quote, "Life in Africa is turning out to be exactly what I needed." And that's good. A fresh start. This week I will be releasing my first blog of my new life in Africa, showing you all expanded family. Make sure to go there for the interviews. All right. And she says, with a net worth of $2 million. Okay, so that's her alleged net worth. It says, it seems KB made the global track with ease, and folks had plenty to say about it. One person commented, referencing the vlogger's expensive attempt to dodge paying Cardi B the $4 million. She said, "You just can't get my money if I'm not there." So basically, yeah, because now don't get me wrong, I travel, I take trips, my family does that, but to be in the midst of doing this right at the time when this judgment is at, and like I said, guys, Cardi B has been talking, I guess, with the Bank of America to try to seize her assets because she sees that she's left the country. Another person praised KB for making the bold move to leave the U.S. As they said, "I'm here for this, Tasha K. Never mind a comment until now. I never made a comment till now. I feel like this new life will expand your brand, knowledge of yourself, and I'm praying that you increase your abundance and opportunities. I'm African American and I'm inspired." But yeah, once again, it seems as if you were going to go and you love the mother country and the continent, this is something you would be doing already, right? Instead of just all of a sudden going in. I mean, if you look at this underlying, those of us that can see, you know exactly what this is, right? And it's cool. Nobody's saying that you can't go to other countries and explore and expand, but the simple fact that this is your home allegedly now, and Cardi B just filed more paperwork trying to seize her bank accounts and all that, and then you throw it in the lady's face. Like, I don't know, I just wouldn't wait. Me personally, I don't got time for negative energy. I don't got time for the back and forthness of it, and I just think too highly of myself to waste my energy even speaking negatively to another person, like wasting that energy and that time. I could be with my family, my friends, I could be working on my business, I could be helping other people, I could be giving my time to somebody, helping a charity. I could be doing so many other things instead of going on social media trying to be seen. And I think what's that quote, guys? The humble are raising higher, but the vain will fall. Or what is that quote? Let me know, Finesse fam. You guys know, what is that quote about the pride? The prideful will fall, I think. but the humble will be risen up higher, something like that. Yeah, you keep staying prideful. You keep being prideful like that. And it's just like, to me, nobody cannot disrespect the empire that Tasha K built. You cannot even speak against that. Like, she's built something that's huge, something that can, help her children's children. She's built something. And I'm not about to build something and just let it crumble because of my pridefulness. It shows that I'm selfish and I'm a narcissist. And if I am enjoying my time in Africa or any other country, I'm gonna enjoy it. Guess what? You won't hear any posts. You're not gonna see anything because I'm in the moment there, right? Let's see what you guys are saying. The real Erica says the hubs and I want to move to Africa soon. Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people are talking about moving there, especially if my key thing with people is going there and making sure you either know people there, and if you don't, make sure you understand the rules of the country you're going through, you understand the country's culture, and you understand the money and how money works there and how businesses work. Because I think a big thing that a lot of people do is they get up and they go to Africa not realizing there's so many tribes and subcultures in Africa, right? And even inside of different countries. So yeah, it's a beautiful place, and just to go is awesome. Right? Nobody's knocking her going there. The whole part where she's kind of throwing these side jabs. If I was her, I wouldn't waste my energy, put it that way. I would just really be enjoying the continent, enjoying the people, enjoying what I'm seeing as far as the land. That's me personally, what I would be doing. Let's see. Big Ben says, Cardi B gave Tasha K several warnings from my understanding. Me too, Big Ben. And that's, like I told you, the mindset of people, and sometimes how the level of pride. We're going to say pride. I'm not even going to say narcissism. It's pride. Because if I'm calling you, she doesn't have to call her. I'm sitting there calling you, telling you, listen, I don't want to make this bigger. And I believe Cardi B allegedly had one lawyer, and that lawyer wasn't really like pushing it. And then I guess allegedly when she called Tasha K and let her know, like, I'm serious, and Tasha K was like, man, I'm not trying to hear what you're saying. Then Cardi B just got a really high profile lawyer and just kind of was like, I'm done. So Big Ben says Cardi B gave Tasha K several warnings from my understanding. Allegedly Tasha K wiped her back with one of the desist and cease orders Cardi B's attorney sent her. I wouldn't be shocked if that's what she did. I definitely wouldn't be. But I get it, because I mean, when you have that pride, you never want to feel like you are belittled. You never want to feel humble, put it that way. And pride will kill you. It will definitely kill you. And I mean, and it's pure sin too. I mean, the word says that. Those of you that know it, that says those will fall from pride. All right. It says real Erica says pride will jack you up. Yeah, it will. Because sometimes to be a well-rounded human being, guys, you have to realize sometimes that you're wrong. You're wrong. Like, even me, when I come on here, like, and sometimes the audio, I forget to click the button, or I can't control technology. Stuff does what it does. I'm still sitting here smiling about it. What can I do? I can't be angry. I can't be like, well, it ain't my fault, or, just whatever. No, I'm human. Things happen. This is the beautifulness of live streaming. You see all the good, the bad of everything, and you see the authentic human that's on here on this screen, giving you their time, giving you the value of the information, and it's just organically natural. So, I mean, to me, when I look and see people, I understand all sides of it. I don't look at everybody as just good or bad. I get understanding from people. They make good or bad choices, but as human beings, a lot of them are doing things that you do in the dark. It's just come to light, right? Let's see. Erica says, we have been to Africa 4 times. Oh, cool, Erica. Do you have family there? Do you have family or friends that live in Africa? Africa's a nice continent. I've been overseas. We've lived in Europe. My dad was in the military, so we're world travel. But I think it's also going anywhere is great as far as experiencing life in other cultures, because if you get too sucked in the Western culture and what is the word I'm looking for? Western culture and the habitual way and being the idolization and having so much of things, you appreciate when you go to other countries and maybe it's a third world, or you see people that don't have nothing but they're so happy, And it's a great thing as far as a peace in your heart when you don't need a lot to be happy, because you literally walk in peace that way, right? Let's see. Big Ben says cease and desist. I mean, I got you, Big Ben. Erica says yes, both friends and family. Great. And that's a great space to be in, because you have that network to move back and forth between the continent and other places, and even connecting with somebody that has people over there is an awesome thing. So yeah, keep us updated on that. Erica, let us know your plans on that. Let me see. Oh, this is the last thing I want to talk about briefly, guys, and we'll call it a day. All right, you guys heard about what was going on with Tiffany Haddish? I got some information from a Finesse family member about a link to the video of the actual commercial. So if you did not know, let me get that up. The backlash, Tiffany Haddish, she's saying, this is her speaking, that she has been canceled. She's got most of her gigs canceled because of this issue. So do you guys know about this first? Let me get this up. Right, so it was the Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears thing. It was going on. I heard about it, but to me, I felt like it was kind of quiet. I've read a couple articles about it about a week or so ago. But do you guys know what's going on here with this? Tiffany Haddish says my gigs over. I don't even know if I can put that word up. Let me scroll up. Okay, about this child issue. So basically, guys, what happened was she did I don't know if it was a skit, I don't know if it was a commercial, or a video. I got the video from somebody that posted it on, they was posted on Twitter, and a Finesse family member sent it to me. And I seen it, and it was just so distasteful. It was horrible. I don't know where they thought it was funny. The aspect of the elements that they shown in that with a child. So I'm gonna give you kind of an idea what was in the skit. It was, I don't know if they have just a screenshot of them. No, I don't see it, but basically it was a skit. It was her and Aries, and it was, I'm just gonna say it was the concept of R. Kelly, and there was a child in the skit, and one of Aries was kind of being the representation, I guess, of R. Kelly, and it was just so distasteful. It was so distasteful. I don't know why they didn't think about after they finished it that I probably don't need to do this. Like this, I don't need to do this at all. But oops, let me get that up. So anyways, it says, in the eyes of many, Tiffany Haddish effectively won after the child hurting, we'll say child endangerment lawsuit, but you guys know the word, the M word. Lawsuit brought against her was dismissed in perpetuity. However, let me get this all right. However, the comedian has revealed that her career has been dealt a serious devastation of losses as a result of the accused. It says, as reported, the Haddish and the comedian Ayers were accused of grooming and using a John Doe and her young brother to make an inappropriate comedy sketch several years ago that the accuser claimed about being the M word, right? We won't say that. All right. So, because I was wondering where the video came from. So, and then separate from the Jane Doe. So the Jane Doe is not in the video. It is she says it was her younger brother in the video, and she was the one that was the M word. Or misappropriately used, right? And it says Haddish kept saying this was bogus, and I don't know if you've seen the clips of her. She said that her and Aries always were saying that this was not true. They didn't do it, and they denied it. It says yesterday, September 20th, Jane Doe asked the court to dismiss the suit with prejudice. So the person that was suing them, they call her Jane Doe because apparently she's probably underage. It says that person, the accusee, the victim, asked the court to dismiss the suit with prejudice, meaning it can never be filed again, and praised Haddish in earnest. What the heck is that? Let me read this again to you. So basically, the victim, Jane Doe is what they're calling her, asked the court to dismiss the suit with prejudice, meaning it can never be filed again, and praised Haddish in earnest. TMZ caught up with 42-year-old Hadis and quizzed her about the aftermath of her victory. Ever candid, she said, made clear that her career has been hit. And this is what she explained. She says, I don't know, bro. I don't have no job. All right. So let me try to get that for you guys, and then we'll go ahead and round it on off.
We have very
Is this it? Give me a second, guys.
sad news for Prince.
Okay. Once again, if you're just getting in, we're talking about the Tiffany Haddish issue. We talked about Tasha K, and we talked about the Celtics head coach already getting unprecedentedly suspended for a year. Now we are talking about this Tiffany Haddish issue and how she talked about she was being canceled and that she cannot find any job. So here we go. Let me get this back up for you guys. So do you guys disagree or agree that she should be canceled? Is my question. There we go.
You know, how does it feel to have that behind you? Well, that was probably a stressful thing.
You think?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Do you feel like, you know, that people, there could be some damage done, you know, to the career, you know, off of this? Because it's behind you now, but like, is that something?
Oh, I lost everything.
Like,
All my gigs gone.
Really?
Everything gone.
She said she lost everything, guys. That's what she said. She said.
So I mean, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is that's a bad look. But now that they changed face, you know,
I
do you
don't
feel
know,
like
bro.
you regain your,
I don't have no job.
well, look,
I don't have no job, bro.
that's not good. That's not good. We love.
All right, so basically, yeah, she says she doesn't have any job offers. The offers that she had are all gone. If you guys didn't know, I know a lot of the jobs that she got, she worked under, what's his name? Kevin Hart. So I don't know what he has to say about this. I don't think he's spoken out. It says behind her plentiful stand-up and acting jobs, Haddish has notably been active across a number of youth-focused mediums. And they said currently she's a host of Kids Say the Darndest Thing. I forgot about that. And as well as a high-profile appearances in such movies as Lego Movie 2 and A Secret Life of Pets 2. That's right. She does voiceovers in those movies because our kids have seen all those movies. It says, interestingly, none of Haddish's gigs have publicly severed ties with her. So yeah, that's just a bad look. That's a bad look. That's such a bad look. I mean, it was, once again, I'm not showing that video. It was so distasteful, and just I could see why they would just cancel her, because it was horrible, and it just went on. I think after the first minute or so of it, the fact that they had that child there and the things that they were alleging in that video was just horrible, sickening, and they should have known better. But with that being said, guys, once again, we have another Freestyle Finesse Friday in the bag. We had that conversation. You guys had the opportunity to talk, come up, do whatever you wanted to do. And we broke it down with that finesse mindset and then mindful mindset. We analyzed all these situations. We had open discussions. You guys get some fire information as far as these policies, what your background is, what you guys knew about it. We had lawyers, we had teachers, we had educators, we had all kind of people in the chat. So I so much appreciate you guys. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Finesse family. As always, I always uplift and give you guys shout outs for being here, for coming through, hitting that like button, talking about the different subjects that we talked about. Very heated, and I know you have to get your mind clear to have these conversations, but we have them, hard conversations. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure if you in here, hit it. If you didn't, go back and hit it. Obviously, and also too, make sure you guys are commenting. Guys, you know what? I went back and looked in YouTube and YouTube Studio, and I had all these comments. I don't know where they came from, but they were from like a month ago or something, and I didn't even see them in my thing until I went in and they just all popped up. So anyways, make sure you're commenting. Go ahead and comment. Hit the like button because you have it now. Hit it. If you're watching the replay, hit the like button. Share. Sharing is caring. We just had this big discussion, conversation about all these topics. And once again, I hope you guys learned something. I hope you had something where you could go back to your family, have discussions with your family. We got S in MJ's Garden. Hey, S in MJ's Garden. Hopefully you're having a great day. So glad you are here with the Finesse family. And if you did not know, my name is Mrs. B Finesse of Millennial Finesse Mindset, guys. And we are the Finesse family here, where we are faithfully innovating, we're inspiring, we are naturally effective, and we seek success every day. Here's the merch. Make sure you guys grab your shirt, get you a water bottle, grab you some merch from the Finesse family store. Thank you guys for all the support. Shout out to you guys, the channel members. Shout out to Big Ben. Thank you for that super chat, and all you guys that sponsored and supported the stream and the last streams. And make sure you guys check out information on the education channel. I'm uploading things on that channel also. And you guys, always, I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you guys for your time. And once again, Finesse family, we are out. Make sure you guys are commenting. Go back to old streams and comment and let me know what you think about the streams. Tell me your perspective and let me know how you guys are feeling. Once again, you guys have a great day. And as always, Finesse fam, you guys are appreciated. Adios. Au revoir. See you guys.